Okay, now I have to take a personal hand in things, simply because I feel most of the internet hasn't given the latest Dragon Age Veilguard of the Dreadwolf a fair shake, because every frumpy puritanical Christian what makes up the Geth hive mind of Bell Fiber Package 150 took one look at the opening credits and immediately decided all these purple people were too liberal for their liking. I mean, what about him? He's not purple at all. Also, I thought he was pretty cool as the secret antagonist of the previous Dragon Age Nobody Expects the Spanish, not to mention a stalwart conservative paragon, as a fantasy version of Loki. No, not that one either. The actual Norse god of lies responsible for bringing about the literal end of existence. But since you have to do something to stand out these days, let's make vague pretensions to originality by calling this a Let's Play review, where you will actually watch me play through the game, and then when we finish together, you can then make your own informed decisions on whether or not it's worth buying now that you already know everything that happens. Now, I'm not insulting your intelligence, and yes, this might take more than one video, because it really is a long game, but don't worry, quick cuts aplenty because I know you have the attention span of an ADHD adult goldfish and very important things to do today, Mr. President. Oh shit, it's starting, gotta freckle my tune. Observation number 1. Apparently the only character I could make was the Calvarine.
The Cavalrine.
Height adjusted for a character authenticity, of course. Observation number 2. I didn't even have to do shit because this was the default white guy, since apparently BioWare is really prejudiced towards ugly people and won't let you make any. And observation number 3. Hold on, gotta pick a class. One of the classes is just a dude with a gun? Liberating slaves. Well, that's pretty close to what Charles was doing with his child soldiers. Number 3. Hold on, I have to try to remember what happened in 2014. Well, a decade ago, I wasn't fat and bald yet, so I guess the Inquisitor joined the Chantry.
We finally tracked him to Manrathus, capital of the Tevinter Imperium.
Yes, we're going to Ottawa to lodge a complaint with Parliament. Number 3, if in any game where you have a choice of exotic races to choose from, and you immediately set aside the devilkin with cool horns and the skin complexion of an Arctic tundra under pale moonlight and picked human, you are a boring motherfucker and you will die alone and unloved in your old age.
Nerve Gallus.
Also, you suck and are boring and have no friends.
Nerve Gallus.
Also, no, I don't want to be your friend either.
Nerve Gallus.
Also, you're probably racist. Okay, putting aside the bar fight should probably be playable, I did pick the burly warrior, but I can't help but wonder had I hypothetically picked the nerdy mage, whose last real fight was politely arguing with the daycare manager about what kind of fruits are appropriate snacks for my children, wouldn't all these fisticuffs and bad language be woefully inappropriate? Not off to a good beginning, Dragon Age the RPG, you're railroading me.
Tarek, now!
As usual, the guy with the gun wins all the bar fights. I'm a misogynist, but it's not my fault. The game made me do that. What the?
Flipping through the cracks.
Damn, this looks pretty good.
Hello there.
Don't worry, scouting's my specialty.
Isn't it pronounced
Speciality.
I'm an asshole, but it is probably my fault. The game doesn't say I have to do this, but I want to. No, you picked human and therefore have no friends, sorry. You know, if they didn't put the crystal on the outside of the force field, I'd be stuck here and the game would effectively be over. The bad guys are stupid.
Eric, Harding. Not the worst timing.
Hello there.
I don't know why people are saying this fantasy isn't dark enough. It's pretty dark for where I'm sitting.
Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
I'm a dumb football jock and I don't know how to describe things.
And we've got demons.
It's better than getting crabs. I don't know why people say the levels are linear. There's nothing stopping you from going... Motherfucker. I broke a jar with my chiseled ass.
Hey, Chuckles.
His name is Loki. While all this plot is going on, allow me to just say what the f happened in the last however many years for people to get nostalgic about Dragon Age as some sort of epic, mature fantasy, and to criticize this game for being too bright or too colorful, as clearly demonstrated on screen here by all the monochrome. Hang on, Loki wants to say something. He has a plan.
I had a plan.
You can just read subtitles as I'm sassing him, but I want to make my point. Dragon Age was always bright, colorful, high fantasy. Just look at the stupid armor design. Even when it was brown and bloody, it was always more WoW than Witcher. And if you'll remember, the Qunari design back in 2009 was just some black guy, so... No, it wasn't paid off by BioWare to promote their game. Why? What have you heard? You can't prove anything.
I'll be fine. You trusted me for the job, and I delivered. That's what counts.
Yes, I do know what I'm talking about. I read all this stuff.
Elganon and Gillenane.
Hit a guy, hit it there.
Gotcha!
Hello there.
And I don't know about you, but the combat is perfectly serviceable. And I'll stand by my statement so long as I'm allowed to drop kick ghosts.
Mytholinast. Darkspawn!
And elbow drop demons.
I have questions.
Yes, and I'm doing my best to answer them.
I've never seen fog this thick in Demetta's Crossing.
It even has the squeezing through of tight spaces, so you can't even accuse the game of not putting its best foot forward, along with a bunch of cameos from prior games and puzzles designed for the handsome layperson who doesn't... Look, I just want to get on with the story, okay?
Good work.
Also, cute dwarves.
Huh. Really?
No, I don't. I just want to know for science, since I'm a canary and she's a dwarf, does that mean it's actually a lot easier on her knees, since she can just remain standing to suck my... I've been advised to speak nothing on my last statement and just talk about the shitty parkour. It's pretty shitty. Also, I'm really short for a canary, so maybe it won't be as easy for her to... Oh, one of your party members is Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
Hello there.
Dragon Age the Veilguard, that is a stupid name, is not lacking for some grand vistas and also runs like a dream, which is more than I can say for modern upcoming releases. 32 gigs. F out of here, I'm not made of money. This is my no money face. I mean, if you want to complain about something, complain about BioWare's vastly outdated engine that has everybody putting one hand on their hips when sassing each other like total catty bitches. See, this guy gets why we're all playing this game, the hot dwarf women.
But there are no dwarf women.
The next guy who joins you is that eagle dog who comes with his own house slave elf. And together, my friends and I are fighting... Oh wait, sorry, there was one more guy.
You will need him.
Now, I'm sure there was one more guy. Here's my I'm totally unsure talking hands expression. Sorry, two more guys. So quick sidebar, linearity can be a good thing and I'm glad BioWare is going the full choose your own adventure route because I don't f***ing remember choose your own adventure books stopping you halfway to make you do a crossword puzzle. And for those of you too long to know what the f*** print media was, kindly, it's this guy.
What a marvelous surprise.
Also, Rook can't swim. I'm probably the first guy on the internet to tell you that. Spread the word.
Let's finish this!
Stupid Ezio. This guy stays in bed the entire story because he's got crippling lumbago.
Lumbago.
It's okay, I never liked Varric anyways. Also, no invisible walls.
Don't be a dick.
I can't help it, it's my nature. It's no Baldur's Gate, but frankly that was a generational masterpiece and you have to know post 2023, you just aren't going to win the set the floor on fire fight or moving wheelbarrows narrative. BioWare is making the right call and there's nothing wrong with following their own Mass Effect 2 template and leaning fully into the niche of make friends, help friends, f*** friends, then help friends f*** up evildoers without all the ancillary stuff like gears and builds and gameplay getting in the way. He's got both hands on his hips, that's how you know he's really angry. I'm waving both hands around and that's how you know I'm seriously considering your proposal to defend the ancient Grey Warden stronghold from rampaging elven gods. Group photo, say inclusivity. Also, the game has some wonderful set pieces that wouldn't look out of place on the cover of those novels you have on your shelf that you're only slightly embarrassed to show off to your peers at the literature convention.
Right.
And while you might not like everybody here, none are seriously unlikable enough to render the entire game unplayable. Except that guy, but he's dead and he wasn't part of my crew anyways. I mean, the worst party member in my opinion is the guy who collects and paints Warhammer miniatures and I barely want to kick him off a cliff.
Both Elganon and Gillinane.
Hit a guy, hit it there.
So before we get to the conclusion, I just want to point out the kick-ass music and the fact that you get to fight a transformer. As final evidence that Dragon Age, just call it Dreadwolf, that was a perfectly cool name, is definitely better than people say on the internet. It's not the greatest game ever made and maybe not even BioWare's best, but certainly a far cry from the company's worst, and a much welcomed return to comparative normalcy after the last decade. Yeah, I'm getting to that, hold on. But now, with the Elven Gods having leveled the ancient Grey Warden Bastion against the Darkspawn, and firmly put my newly put together party on the back foot, here depicted by a lot of people with hands on their hips, and a female Dr. Octopus doing something, I'm fully invested in playing into Act 2 to find out how to knit broken alliances back together, in order to get some payback. That will be next time when we fully dive into party dynamics and surprisingly elaborate side quests in part 2 of this Let's Play review that exists solely because I've only gotten to the part where I've officially begun a relationship with the hot dwarf, but we're not yet at the explicit sex scene the nudity toggle was obviously teasing me about, which was, admittedly, the whole reason that I bought the game in the first place.
Please, there's something we might need to. It's your magic.
Holy shit, did she just kill me?
Rook?
Okay, we're back for part 2 of this trilogy of errors of me talking very fast over Dragon Age Veilguard gameplay. I didn't even know there was a "the" in there, as if the stupid fantasy book club was self-conscious about people not taking them seriously enough. Last we left off, we were still fighting a squid elf hybrid lady, and losing because I really suck at Monster Hunter. Actually, I'm still confused as to why I hired this lady to help me kill dragons and she's now asking for my help to kill dragons. You can't outsource menial labor back to me, that's not how it works, you moron.
She's breathing flame!
It's a dragon. While we're headed for the very obvious flat metal boss arena, let me just take the time to say you can call this a review if you haven't bought the game yet, or a let's play if you're the kind of pampered royalty that pays people to play video games for you. I call it saving time for both of us because I'm only cutting to all the good parts, which is me talking. I'm the good part. Also, I lied, I'm actually really good at Monster Hunter. No, really, I mean SNS, that's how I got rich off Capcom endorsements. I lied again, I don't actually have any endorsements. What I have is a coworker who really wants to split hairs over semantics.
Dragons wouldn't have kings. They'd have queens.
Also, despite Act 2 of this game being side quests, all the side quests, I'm actually not going to bother with a lot of the side quests because, look, there are two kinds of side quests in Dragon Age very good. The companion quests with actual work and effort put into them, and plot and cinematics and shit, and...
We're only going for 2 days.
No honey, the man of the house is talking. Why don't you go make me a very short shortcake? And the other kind are just grinding faction points for lumbago-stricken peasants who can't be asked to chase the fascist wizards out of their own basements. Usually delivered through the medium of impersonal bulletin boards or talking heads, and really I'd rather just hang out with Ezio and Ezio's invisible friend.
Trade? No. We've always been here.
Seriously, put down your phones and go have an actual conversation with people. They don't have to exist, but people. And you do get a good cardio workout because you can't fast travel to your friends and so have to run all the way through your big house every single f***ing time. See, this is what I mean. Top-notch music, artistic direction, and effort to make the companion stuff just as big and bombastic as the main plot.
This is all that's
And drama.
Please. I'll always be here.
Also drama at home.
You try fighting a hill with a sword sometime.
How did you kill it?
I mean, don't lie, y'all aren't here for the gameplay. You're here for...
Above the door.
No, not this. I said, well, thanks for the assist, but I had my shield up and everything. And now I have a deflated counter boner thanks to you. Motherfucker.
Alright, I did it. Let's see what she has to say. It's okay. You're safe. What happened here?
That veil jumper died making sure I was safe.
Actually, no, they just ran away. I'm sure they'll be back now that I've done all the work for them. Oh look, here they are. Well, that was one step further on the path to chasing down rogue elven gods, so if everybody's ready, we'll just... You needy f***s. Armor barely makes any difference. How you look, though. BioWare doesn't make RPGs so much as they do relationship simulators for people who really want to f*** space chickens. And drizzle is an important part of that equation. This is the extent of what time I'm willing to devote to the faction grind. Off. Ezio has split personality. Tash doesn't want to do the job I hired her for. What the f*** is your personal grievance that you desperately need the help of your office manager to fix? Is it this guy? Who's he, your brother? Why, you want me to give him a job? Will you be more motivated to do your job better if I do? Here depicted by a compact but still fairly useful skill tree that exists for every party member.
And my dad Mama.
Your dad's dead. Ezio's final personal quest is literally an Assassin's Creed mission. Look at us, we're being really sneaky. That all culminates in a, well, this seems like a waste. A whole meticulously drawn courtyard and nobody even tries to kill or f me in it. Culminates in an elaborate showpiece confrontation followed by an all-important decision on what happens to some of the principal participants. This is the basic template for everybody and frankly, it's the best part of this RPG. Especially when you're almost guaranteed to get a worthwhile gear upgrade at the very end. I bet Ilario stole the epic sword I was supposed to get and swapped it for that piece of crap I got instead, eh? And then everybody levels up to Super Saiyan status. Now this guy, I don't even know what the f he is. With peppered throughout bigger missions pertaining to the critical path.
I found you some disguises.
What the? They don't even have masks? No, seriously, can I put on a hood or something? I mean, I'm glad everybody is so focused on that one goat they don't bother to pay any attention to me stealing all their shit, but...
Out of my way.
Okay, so the lesson here is, if you're a big enough Karen, you don't need masks to infiltrate a mass gang of fanatical wizards. Nah, it's okay, I killed tons of that thing to wear as hats before.
Mine now.
She's netting bread, but the bread is invisible because it's a fantasy story.
But we have to go.
Okay, I guess we'll just leave then. Why is this not Game of the Year? So, to recap, Act 1 of this game is getting a bunch of colorful characters together to get our asses kicked by ancient elven gods, newly released from thousands of years of imprisonment, and Act 2 is dealing with the fallout of the ass kicking to help each individual character deal with their personal shit, so they don't end up dying in the finale. Yes, I played Mass Effect 2 and it was great. My expression exactly.
What are you talking about? I can guide you to one of my old hideouts. You can use it to make your escape.
Or, you know, give us disguises that actually cover our faces or something.
You were an irritant.
There are creams you can buy for those.
Nice speech, Rose.
Why don't you f***ing work for a living, you stunted welfare king?
She carries a gloaming lantern.
Yes, yes, Malthael, we know. This game is so cool.
Hey, what's shaping?
No one says, what's shaping anymore?
I thought it was a dwarf thing.
Yeah, if you lived in Orzammar 20 years ago.
She changed from 1 to 2 hands on her hips. Shit's about to get real. Wonderful scenery. I think I came here before in an Uncharted. Terrible platforming. Why even bother when I can just play Uncharted instead?
Alright, cuts us down.
Yeah, Cutter especially. Damn, look at that dude's ass. He could have been a boxer. No, really, I'm really good at Monster Hunter. Oh, he was riding that?
Maybe I like that. Maybe I like...
Really?
Knowledge.
Okay, so we helped Ezio take over Venice, no really that happened, and got Taj's mom killed because oppression of traditional conservative values is important to personal growth, no really that happened. And now prissy Dr. Strange needs help to murder his ex, no really this is happening now. Who says this game isn't dark enough with its writing?
Puppet?
Yeah, her. And then we stole the heart of her Megazord, and helped the neighborhood watch track down some lost pets.
Come here.
I don't remember why we're here, but there's only one path forward, so... Motherfucker. Oh no. Oh right, her brother.
How tragic.
Everybody is dead, no one has personal attachments anymore. I'm the best manager.
I thought I would have followed anywhere he asked me to.
No attachments.
The butcher.
Fresh meat.
Oh shit, he's across a small body of water, I'm so screwed.
We've made it this far. No one quits.
Because I killed everybody else you know, so the job's the only thing you have now. No. Yeah, I'm good with this. If I didn't know them, I don't f***ing care, and no war was ever won without laws or by caring for the plight of the expendable pawns. Pause this screen and you get the cover to every fantasy novel ever written in human history.
How much time do we actually have?
It's not weeks.
What? I already signed off on the disclaimer that I don't care how many of you die so long as I get to finish this game.
What?
F me.
I could be kicked in the head by a horse, or eat some bad shellfish, or fall asleep in the tub and drown.
I don't know that this is helping.
Okay, so I didn't get the explicit copulation scene with my hot dwarf wife yet, so...
I hope I'm not interrupting whatever you're doing.
I know what you're doing. It's nothing. Get the f*** out of my house. The spectacular explosion in the distance means we're well and truly into the endgame now. And this is very much what I'm talking about, considering you have to look high and far to find a party-based RPG. With such a budget and production values, and nerds like us will be totally missing out if we chose not to play this game because of, I got the Grey Warden killed. Spoilers, and he was the first to die, so if anything, I'm more worried about the look of completely and utterly accidentally making sure the black guy dies first in my story than any grievance someone might have with pronouns or whatever. Also, yes, Loki does betray us. I saw it coming because I've seen The Empire Strikes Back, but don't worry, we'll get him yet in part 3, and the riveting conclusion of this trilogy of truncated Let's Plays when I finally make good on the promise to show you the spicy Kunari on dwarf action that you're all really here for. Welcome back to the final episode of my very seriously Dragon Age The Veilguard Let's Play Review Episode 3, Return of the Jedi. When we last left off, you were trapped in the Veil with me, when we finished killing one of 2 newly released Elven Gods with designs on world destruction. Because we were betrayed by the Elven God of Lies with designs on world destruction, who could have known? Also, I bet everybody who was calling Varric a lumbago-stricken leper for the last 20 minutes if you're watching this series,
Lumbago.
in the last 40 hours if you were actually playing the game up until now, has to stop and wipe off all the protein on your face with the weary resignation of an overworked thespian after a long day on the casting couch. It turns out he was dead all along.
I'd say good luck, but you don't need it.
Yeah, forget about the guy wearing a donut on his head. Varric was dead this entire time, and it turns out every time you were trying to throw him out for not paying his share of the rent, he actually couldn't leave because he lives rent-free inside your head. Let this be a lesson to you, children. Actually finish reading the book before you use it for kindling in an effort to pledge loyalty to an established fascist regime in order to f*** some cute dwarves.
I'll be by your room to check up on you soon.
Oh, and also some other people are dead, but I don't really remember their names.
It's been days, but I still expect Belle to burst in here with
the sun at our feet.
Who's ass on again? Yep, you know the drill. It's the night before Christmas and you better finish talking to everybody you worked with this year before Santa comes to ruin your shit.
Rasan to come and ask for a treat.
Alright, Ass-on was the dog. Talk to everybody, even the invisible friend you really did dirty because you don't want ghosts to interrupt the dwarf that's about to take place.
I knew you were too old for this shit. So, who gets Bianca?
Also, here's one for the lore nerds, but Varric was a best-selling author of erotic fiction, right, Cassandra? Well, Ezio can have his jacket, but I'm getting all the rights and royalties. Stupid Ezio. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Please.
Yeah, that's all you get. What the f did you think? I was gonna spoil it? And possibly risk YouTube restricting ad revenue due to how incredibly hot and explicit what you didn't see was depicted. No lie, it's a week later and I'm still not wearing any pants. So I guess if you want to see the best intimate scene ever put into a video game, you'll just have to imagine it comes almost as close to me humping the banister due to the wonky platforming physics. Look, the sex was so good that even Rook has a hernia. I still don't know who this guy is, but I'm not taking any chances. Always spend all your money before the final battle because there is no claim tax bonus.
So we keep fighting until the job is done. It's gonna be hard. There's no guarantee any of us will make it.
Yes, I don't like most of you enough to care to make sure not all of you make it. I didn't upgrade her enough, so she might as well die first.
The Carnis. How'd you like to kill a Venatori mage?
I mean, it's kind of why I kept your resume in the first place.
Tosh, you're with the Wardens.
Smash.
No takesies backsies.
For a world.
You're gonna die. You're so gonna die. Oh shit, they put the crystal powering the force field on the inside this time. We're screwed. Retreat and surrender.
Damn it!
She didn't die, but she got that guy killed? Nev, you tricksy scamp. Wait, I thought I sent Ezio. Hold on, this is way too exciting and intense. I have to take a shit first. Okay, I'm back.
After
My dropkicks set monsters on fire. Why isn't this game of every f***ing year? And some girl has to do your job for you. Why didn't I just hire her instead?
Dummies!
I honestly don't know who that guy was.
As I said, I was wrong.
I totally knew that.
I will leave the veil untroubled. It will never come down by my hand.
You're either gonna manipulate me into doing it or hire some guy on Fiverr. We know how this works. Honestly, I thought he'd be more powerful, but he's basically the same second stringer you never used in Inquisition. Oh, that's where my elf went.
The final blow must be yours. It will never come down by my hand.
I'm always angry.
Quickly now! Destiny is a heavy burden to bear.
I miss her. What the f*** use would I have for $250 at this point? Yeah, they're all dead. Well, I suppose it's appropriate you only get the legendary gear 3 minutes before the game ends, because you wouldn't want to waste it using it to bully trash mobs.
I'm helping the Shadow Dragons with supplies while they're short-handed. Go on, pick out something nice.
Are you seriously war profiteering me? You know the world ends if I fail and money won't mean shit, right? Fine. Fuck capitalist.
To come this far only to fail at the last minute.
But I just... so many friends.
Are your eyes okay? Your makeup's running.
We're not finished yet.
Well, she's basically a human-shaped cockroach at this point, so... Huh, I guess she can die. I don't want to hear anything from you ungrateful bitches anymore about how this game sucks. When at best we get one big party-based RPG a year, and this is far from the worst you could have asked for. Ungrateful bitches. Haha, eat gravity, motherfucker. Okay, now where's the guy with the donut on his head?
The throne room. Knowing Elganon, we'll find him there.
Ungrateful bitches. Oh, there he is. His colon cancer has literally outgrown his ass.
The dread wolf cannot save you.
Yeah, Sola sucks. That's why I never used them in Inquisition. Ungrateful. Look, you know what? It's perfectly okay to like this, eh? And so we end as we were destined to.
Creator and destroyer.
Well, obviously the narratively appropriate option is to... Oh shit, I hope he doesn't see me looking back and forth between the two MacGuffins.
You were not crushed by the power of the dread wolf.
Yes, definitely don't look at my other hand holding the real dagger in plain sight.
Bested fairly by wits alone.
No, bested because you couldn't see or can't be bothered to look in my other hand. Solas, you really do need glasses. Okay, so I win.
Or the story of a...
Out of here, I'm making my closing statement. And to bring things full circle, it is essentially just my opening statement. It's not bad, not great, but none of the other games really were in a world where Mass Effect and Baldur's Gate 3 exist. And in no way did Dragon Age the Veilguard, that's still a stupid name, shit the bed, to the extent that you might have been led to believe. The MCU comparisons are not only apt in the General A aesthetics, but you have to remember it was only a few years ago that we all loved that stuff, so long as it was entirely filled with white people, and at least tolerated it when it was not. This is the latter. Perfectly tolerable and even enjoyable, like one of the lesser Spider-Man movies with all the silly dancing. I mean, do you seriously think Avowed will be any better? No, really, I'm asking because as an agreeable optimist who only wants to prove your opinions wrong, and to convince you to lower your standards, I really f***ing hope so, because I really don't want to have to pay for a couple of months of Xbox Live just to find out the Indiana Jones game never needed to exist in a world where we already have a half dozen Uncharted's. Yes, I'm doing more of these. Yes, you should totally subscribe to watch them. Do that now. So you like wastelands and cowboys and alternative history, eh? Well, it just so happens I also write books. Genuine novels with plot and characters, and this one is available now on Amazon about an alternate World War II Pacific theater that is like Firefly mixed with Inglourious Bastards.
See how feed us into your Nazi boss.
And I also have a Patreon now where if you subscribe, you get DRM free versions of the same books as soon as they come out. Why? Because I like money. Also because I'm posting entertainment opinions on YouTube, so frankly, I should have done this years ago because you know I'm completely without capability for shame.